Welcome back. The Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta, said that the United States was running out of patience with Pakistan over safe havens of insurgents who attack U.S. troops across the border in Afghanistan. Panetta spoke after talks with Afghan Defense Minister Abdul Rahim Wardak on the latest leg of an Asian tour that has taken him to Pakistan's arch rival India but not Islamabad, in a sign of how dire U.S.-Pakistan relations are. You did not.
We've made very clear that it's difficult to achieve a secure Afghanistan as long as there is a safe haven for terrorists in Pakistan from which they can conduct attacks on our forces. It is an increasing concern that this safe haven exists and that there are those like the Haqqanis who are making use of that to attack our forces. We are reaching the limits of our patience here. And for that reason, it is extremely important that Pakistan take action to prevent this kind of safe haven from taking place and from allowing terrorists to use their country as a safety net in order to conduct their attacks on our forces.
On a feathery note, the world has become familiar with the little blue bird over the past 6 years. The bird is everywhere, constantly associated with Twitter. Twitter unveiled a new Twitter bird yesterday, which will be the new trademark symbol for the fast-growing company. Sports news now. Indian tennis stars Sania Mirza and Mahesh Bhupathi have earned themselves a shot at their second Grand Slam title together by breezing into their maiden French Open mixed doubles finals at the Roland Garros in Paris. They will face the Polish-Mexican pair of Claudia Jans-Ignacek and Santiago Gonzalez, who made it to the finals after beating India's Leander Paes and his Russian partner Elena Vesnina today in the title clash. It is for the third time that Sania and Bhupathi have reached a Grand Slam final together. They won the 2009 Australia Open and had ended runners-up at the same tournament in 2008.
Oh, we are thrilled. We are absolutely thrilled. This is 22nd final for Mahesh and third final for Mahesh and Sania together. To have an Indian girl as a partner and to have a girl who is good enough to reach such high levels in the international competition. This is the first time and it's very difficult to be replicated. They are very confident, both of them, especially Sania is an extremely confident girl. As you know, she has been here at the tennis village at a particular stage of her life. And she's extremely confident and she keeps hitting her forehand and Mahesh keeps playing his usual routine game, a very steady game and aggressive. I'm sure they have a very, very good chance.
In another scene, Rahul Gandhi, the most famous resident of Tughlaq Lane in Delhi, has some serious competition now. It's Sachin Tendulkar arriving in the hood most likely. Sources in the government confirmed that the sports icon is likely to be allotted a house opposite Gandhi's, who resides at 12 Tughlaq Lane. Tendulkar, who was sworn in as a member of parliament on Monday, will bring his famous self to number 5. And if you're wondering which movie to catch up on this weekend, here's a lowdown on tomorrow's big releases.
Alex, Marty, Gloria and Melvin are still fighting to get home to their beloved Big Apple. Their journey takes them through Europe, where they find the perfect cover, a traveling circus, which they reinvent Madagascar style. Now, the Madagascar movies have never really moved at a snail's pace and they're hardly realistic, but that's where the beauty lies.
Capitaine Dubois, I am so happy to see you.
You fool! How could you let them get away?
All my fists!
Alex the lion, Marty the zebra, Melman the giraffe and Gloria the hippopotamus set out to return to New York after escaping to Africa. Dependent on the mechanical know-how of notorious chimpanzees and penguins, their plan inevitably goes awry and they find themselves stranded in Monte Carlo. During the course of a tour through a series of European cities that ends in a fabulous big top in the heart of London, Alex, Marty, Melman and Gloria help Vitali the tiger, Gia the jaguar and Stefano the sea lion rediscover their passion for show business and reinvent circus performance.
Circus, Afro, circus, Afro, polka dot, Afro.
And the next movie we have is Prometheus. A team of explorers discover a clue to the origins of mankind on Earth, leading them on a journey to the darkest corners of the universe. There, they must fight a terrifying battle to save the future of the human race. Remember that scene in Alien where an alien pops out of the guy's chest? In Prometheus, there's a very graphic counterpart to the earlier scene, and it is sure to be the talking point of post-screening discussions. The title refers to the name of a space mission whose 17 crew members on board have traveled to the depths of the universe in search of a constellation depicted by numerous completely distinct civilizations back on Earth. Set at the end of the 21st century, Scott's film is filled not with ludicrous, out-of-this-world futuristic gadgets, but wisely stayed very close to current technology. In one of the first scenes, which takes place in 2089 on the Isle of Skye in Scotland, it feels like it is 2012, and this helps the viewer to breathe, especially if we know this will be a science fiction film. Now, Prometheus might be one of those best films released in 3D so far. Not only is the story engaging and more intelligent than the majority of science fiction films, the general ambience of the film has a realistic spookiness that seems to fit the story perfectly. Add the odd creature and some human fears of the unknown, and the sum is one of the best science fiction films in recent memory. Now, adapted from Vasilis Vasilesco's novel Z, which was even made into a French film by the same name in 1969, Shanghai is a story of a socialist professor and activist Ahmadi, which is played by Prosenjit Chatterjee, who is opposing an upcoming infrastructure project in Bharatnagar that is backed by the ruling political party. At a rally, Ahmadi is run over by a speeding van. While the police pass off the episode as a drunken accident, Ahmadi's adherent Shalini, played by Kalki Kochlin, knows it was a premeditated murder. A high-ranking bureaucrat, Krishna, played by Abhay Deol, is appointed to investigate the case, and a local videographer, Jogi, played by Imran Hashmi, claims to have evidence on the mishap.
Sir, we are having information for you. It is for your help only.
Hello, you do modeling?
दारू पी के किसी ने भीड़ में सिर्फ एक को कुचला, ये एक्सीडेंट है। आपने रास्ता बनाया उसके लिए, और आप यहाँ बैठे-बैठे इनके बकवास पे ड्रामा खेल रहे हैं।
वहीं रुकिए आप।
अरे क्या है?
अरे ये खेलने की जगह है क्या?
At the outset, Shanghai is essentially not designed as a murder mystery. Right from the opening scene, the audience is aware of the killer, and the identity of the perpetrator is as much predictable. So the film primarily works as a social drama over a thriller with three protagonists trying to fight against the system in their own possible ways.
जहाँ से भी आया हो ना, वापस चले जाओ। ये इंडिया है, समझे? ये आपको सूट नहीं करेगा।
Leaving you with enough time to ponder on that, I'm wrapping up my bulletin. Stay tuned to NDTV Hindu for more news and updates. Have a good night.